Thogden here, welcome back to a new video. Now today, we're going to be ranking every single Premier League goalie from first place to 20th place. There is no hiding in this video.
There isn't, and there are some brilliant goalkeepers in this division, aren't there, Theo?
And that's what makes this job so much harder. But we're going to start with the like target.
Oh, the like target is 7,000. Come on,
let's get it done. And also subscribe. We're trying to hit 425,000 subs. If we could hit that tonight, it would be incredible. Everybody subscribe.
And the first goalkeeper is Bernd Leno at Arsenal. I tell you what, the German international is some keeper, isn't he, Theo?
He is a good goalkeeper. Now, we've watched games where he's been, made mistakes. He can be inconsistent, and overall, Arsenal as a team, they haven't been this good this year. But it's not his fault. He's made the saves. He's been getting stuck in. He's been a decent goalie. So overall, I put him in 7th place. What about you?
I'll tell you what, his save percentage last season was 78%. That's 3rd in the division.
It's very good.
He is a proper keeper. And you know what? I think he's overlooked.
Okay, so where you got him?
I've got him 6th.
All right, why not higher?
Well, you put him 7th.
I know, but you spoke of him like you're going to put him higher.
I tell you what, there are some brilliant keepers in this league. So 6th is very high. And sticking with the Arsenal link, Emiliano Martinez at Aston Villa. Now, he spent a decade at Arsenal, didn't he?
He did.
And we saw a bit of him late last season. What do you reckon to him?
Well, if I was on the Arsenal board, I would have sold Leno and kept Martinez.
Ooh.
I think Martinez is the better goalkeeper. Tell us in the comments if you agree. What about yourself?
Well, I tell you what, he was brilliant for Arsenal. And in those games he played, he was the top shot stopper statistically in the whole division.
He's made a penalty save this season. Villa have been good, apart from the last game. Overall, I'm putting him in 3rd place.
Whoa, that is high. Now, I tell you what, a lot of clubs were trying to sign this guy at the start of the season. I rate him very highly, but I've not seen a huge amount of him. I'm putting him 8th.
Okay, I think he should be higher.
Brighton and Hove Albion now, and it's Matthew Ryan. He's an Australian international with a lot of pedigree, isn't it, Theo?
He is, yeah.
What do you think of him?
Well, mixed reaction for me.
Yeah.
He's a keeper that can be decent on his day.
Yeah.
But the stats don't lie. He's only made 11 saves this season, which is bottom out of all the Premier League goalkeepers. Yeah. And he's been the lowest rated. And it's not like Brighton defensively haven't been that great. He just isn't as good as the competition in the Premier League. I believe so.
That's a very fair point. Now, his save percentage last season was ranked 17th.
Okay.
So not terrible, but not great.
Where have you got him?
You know what? I think he's a consistent keeper, but he's not that great. 18th.
I've got him bottom in 20th.
Oh, Theo,
it's not too far off you.
Well, I reckon Josh is going to refuse to edit this video.
Yeah, he has. It's like he knew.
Burnley now, and it has to be Nick Pope. Some people would call him England's #1, but Gareth Southgate doesn't agree. Now, I'll tell you what, he plays for Burnley, but he nearly won the Golden Glove, Theo.
I know. And overall for me, I think he's a decent goalie.
Yeah.
I've got him in 8th place. I'm going to put that straight out there.
Wow.
Because Burnley, although they've had a bad year, they've had 3 clean sheets. And in those games, he's played a massive part. He's in a bad team, but he's a good goalkeeper.
I tell you what he is, and a lot of FPL managers agree with you. I'm going 9th place.
Southgate, start him.
And now this is a difficult one. It's the Senegalese shot stopper. It is, of course, Edouard Mendy at Chelsea. Now, I tell you what, how do you judge him? Because, I mean, last season he was in the French league, but he was the 3rd best shot stopper, wasn't he, Theo?
Well, this is a tough one, like you said, because we haven't seen as much of him as the other goalkeepers.
5 Premier League games, 4 clean sheets. And I tell you what, everything I've seen of this guy is excellent. Yeah. He gives confidence to the defence.
He does.
He takes corners. He stops shots, and he's quite good with the ball.
He takes corners. He goes up for the corners, does he?
Did I say that?
Yeah, he takes corners. That's pretty cool.
He takes the ball from corners.
Ah, right. Second time.
So say that again.
No, it's alright. It's going funny.
Yeah. 3rd place.
3rd. That's big. That's a huge statement.
Yeah.
I've got him in 5th place, and I thought I was being generous. 3rd is insane. No, Edouard Mendy is a very good goalie. We haven't seen enough of him yet to, give us the whole package overview, but he's much better than Kepa, and Chelsea's defenders feel a lot more confident with him behind them. So,
that's a very good point. Now, that's the main thing. He's a massive upgrade.
He is.
Next, we're talking about Gaita, aren't we, at Crystal Palace. Now, I tell you what, last season he was pretty good. In terms of save percentage, he was 9th there.
Overall this season, his rating has been bottom 5 lowest in the league. So it's difficult to judge with him. He's 33, he's Spanish. I know when he first joined, he had a few shockers, but he's gelled a little bit since then.
I think he's a reasonable keeper. Now, he used to play for Valencia and Getafe. These are good clubs. Good season last season, but like Theo said, this season, not as good. I'm putting him 15th.
Yeah, I've got him 16th.
Everton now, and it's Jordan Pickford, England's #1. You're having a laugh. He's error prone, and last season all I can say is he was better than Kepa, but he was 25th in the ranking of shot stopping. 20th place.
You've just thrown away your bottom of the...
Yes.
Oh, God.
Because I'll tell you what, I grew up watching great keepers like Peter Shilton, like Ray Clements. You know what the main thing was? Consistency.
Yeah.
You know what Jordan Pickford doesn't give? Consistency. 20th.
That's a bit... I've got him 19th, so I can't really say like it's crazy. No, I've got him 19th because the guy's way too inconsistent, like you said. Yeah. I don't need to add anything to that.
But the thing is, on his day, he's a brick wall.
He can be, and we've seen for England him have great games. The World Cup, let's not forget we did that.
I know. And now we're going to talk about Alphonse Areola at Fulham, the Frenchman who has played for PSG and Real Madrid, Theo. He must be good.
Dad, he's won a World Cup with France.
I know.
It's pretty bloody cool that Fulham just decided to call him up out of nowhere.
I know. So I tell you what, he's got real pedigree, but he doesn't stick around anywhere very long, does he?
No, he doesn't. He's a bit of a journeyman, a goalkeeper journeyman. But he's a decent goalie. On his day, he could be a bit of a shot stopper, can't he?
Do you know what? He's putting in some really good shifts under a very difficult circumstances. Yeah. And I'm going to put him 10th.
10th?
Yes.
You're being very nice there.
He's having a good season.
Because I haven't watched him enough. I put him 15th. But this is a video of overall goalkeepers. You know, on current form, he'd probably be higher.
Staying with the French theme, we're going to talk about Meslier at Leeds. Now, he came from Lorient at the end of last season, and he looked really good for Leeds. What do you reckon to him, Theo?
Well, I think he's a good shot stopper.
Yeah.
Someone who was good in the Championship, they signed him permanently, and he's been good for Leeds, and he's a young goalie. Another French goalie, we're just speaking about Areola, but this guy's even younger than him. I think there's a lot more to come from him. He's massive, he's stacked, he's not exactly bulky, but he's not afraid to get off his line. He's a good shot stopper. Do you like him? Where you got him?
Overall, I think he's struggled a bit, but he is a young lad. He's one for the future. 17th.
17th?
Yes.
I think you're a bit harsh. I think you should have topped it up a few places. I'll put him 14th.
Leicester now, and the man who'll always be known as the son of Peter Schmeichel. It's Kasper Schmeichel, the Danish legend. Played 60 times for his country. He's good, isn't he, Theo?
He is. I mean, he's literally being the goalkeeper to see Leicester win a Premier League.
Yeah.
This season he's been a very solid goalie, and I've got him in a pretty high 4th place.
Wow, that's a very big shout. Now this fella is a hugely commanding presence in the area, isn't he?
It's true.
And last season he was 5th best in terms of shot stopping, and I like this guy a lot, and I'm going to put him a very high 5th.
5th? Wow. Okay, so 4th and 5th, we pretty much agree.
And now we're going to talk about a couple of Brazilians, starting with the great Alisson at Liverpool. Now, he came from AS Roma a couple of years ago, and now, surely, he's one of the best keepers in the world, isn't he?
I'm going to say it straight up, Dad. Alisson's my 1st place.
Wow. A very big shout. What's the reason for that there?
He's just the best.
Yeah.
Shot stopping, reflexes, kicking, just bringing confidence and leadership to the Liverpool team. He's won a Champions League with his Liverpool side, a Premier League 2. He's the #1 goalie. When Adrian comes in, you can see how much Alisson has a positive effect on the squad because you see the difference.
I absolutely agree. Now, his positioning is brilliant. There's times when he gets to the balls that other keepers wouldn't get to. He can play almost like an outfield player in terms of starting the attack, can't he, Theo?
Sweeper keeper.
The moment this guy came into the side, Liverpool started winning the league. 1st place.
Oh, we agree?
Yes.
Not surprised there, to be honest.
And the other Brazilian is Ederson, isn't it, Theo, at Manchester City. Now, this is a player who at times plays like a 3rd centre-back. He's that good. I reckon he could go outfield and play there.
Are you taking the
brilliant keeper. Surely you've got him in 2nd place, Theo.
You've got him in 2nd?
I'm not saying it, but surely you have.
Well, why do you think okay, we'll say where you've got him.
I've got him in 2nd place. He's absolutely immense.
You've put Ederson in 2nd place.
All day long.
This season.
All day long.
2020.
This is not just about this season. I agree that this season, Man City as a whole have not been brilliant. I wouldn't put him 2nd place this season, but overall, he's the 2nd best keeper in the league.
Shall I say it, or shall you say it? I'll just say it. Dad. Ederson this season is nowhere near the top 10! To be fair, I've got him in 9th place. There's no way you should have him in 2nd.
9th place? This is the man who won the Golden Glove last season. Does that mean nothing
and this year, his decision-making has been crap. He's been coming off his line like a madman. And let's just ignore the facts, Dad. He's got poor decision-making. He doesn't know when to go off his line. There's been too many times over the last few games this season where he has been at fault for the goals.
Theo, I'm just shocked by you. All keepers, all people make mistakes.
Knock it into the comments that he's wrong.
And now for Manchester United, he's played 45 times for Spain. It's the brilliant David De Gea. And sometimes he makes saves that are impossible, eh, Theo?
What, impossible to not save?
Oh, come on, Theo. He's a brilliant shot stopper.
He can be, but the problem with David De Gea, Dad, is inconsistency. Man United can't rely on this man. If a good shot comes in, like, do you remember that Bergwijn shot in the Tottenham Man United game?
Yeah.
Start off to Kobe, first thing in the game back. He made a poor save. Like, there's times where he pulls off wonder saves, great reflexes, and then lets in some easy ones. You can't rely on this guy.
5 years ago, this man is #1 all day long.
But this season, Dad, David De Gea is one of the lowest amount of saves this season.
Yeah.
And Man United have been poor. It's hard to put this guy anywhere, but I'm going to put him in 10th.
That, again, is a little bit harsh.
How?
I'm not a million miles away. I'm putting him 7th.
That's not far at all.
It isn't.
You can't have a go at me.
Well, I just have.
Dad, it's David De Gea. Some people put him lower than that.
I know.
7th is generous.
I know. And now for Newcastle, and Mike Ashley has got the cheapest keeper in the league in Darlow, hasn't he, Theo? What do you think of him?
Well, first of all, I want to mention that we would have talked about Dubravka, but Darlow's had a standout season. He's played all the year. So we have to talk about this guy, don't we?
We certainly do. Now, he came 6 years ago, believe it or not, and he's only played 28 games in the Premier League in 6 years, Theo.
And now the Newcastle gaffer has a problem. Does he keep playing Darlow, who's got the most saves in the league, or does he bring in Dubravka when he gets back? It's interesting. I mean, for me right now, you can't ignore the 41 saves, the most saves in the league that Darlow's brought in. On current form, probably the best in the league.
Yeah.
I'd put him in a very generous 12th place,
yes,
which is pretty high up considering when you're putting him in the same bracket as most of these well-known Premier League keepers, it's very hard to judge. On current form, he's higher, and he might even build that up. What about you?
I'll tell you what, our logic is identical. Because I've put this lad 11th, but I'll say over the last 9 games, he's been the best keeper in the league.
There you go.
Sheffield United now, and they brought in Aaron Ramsdale, didn't they, to replace Dean Henderson?
Yeah.
Now, last season, of course, Ramsdale was at Bournemouth, and I didn't think he was that good last season.
Yeah, and Sheffield United signed him for decent money as well, and I thought, well, okay, well, maybe this guy's got something about him.
Yeah.
This year hasn't really impressed. No one at the Blades has, really.
No, and because of that, I'm putting him in 16th.
But 16th?!
I've not seen a lot good here. Now, I know he was an England youth international. People are talking about him as one for the future. I've not seen it yet.
Well, Dad, I sort of agree. I've got him in 18th.
Yes.
And he's been a good shot stopper this season. And the Blades have been under threat a lot of the year, but actually, you know, controlling his area, he's not as good because he needs to bulk out a bit.
And now for another England international, believe it or not, Alex McCarthy at Southampton. He had 1 cap a couple of years ago.
Maybe deserves a second after this year. He's been on brilliant current form.
Yes. And now last season he wasn't that brilliant, was he, Theo?
But this year he has been. And, you know, I've got him in 13th place. And the reason I have, it's on current form again. It's really upgraded him as a goalie. Southampton deserve more respect overall as well. In terms of the Premier League, this year they've been brilliant.
And I agree with you entirely. Last season he was error prone. This season really good.
Yeah.
13th because of this season.
So the first one we agree on.
Alisson,
we agreed on, of course.
And now for a very special goalkeeper, Hugo Lloris, the French captain, Theo, at Tottenham Hotspur. He's got to be high up, hasn't he?
Yeah, because he's seen it all in the France national team and for Tottenham.
Yeah.
He's the one man that hasn't changed over like the space of 10 years.
Yes.
He's a loyal guy. He's a really good goalkeeper, good shot stopper, good leader too. When something's going wrong, he'll let them know. If you watch the Tottenham documentary, you'll understand what I mean. I think this guy deserves 2nd place for me.
Wow, that is a very big shout. Now, last season, Theo, in terms of save percentage, he was 2nd.
Yeah.
And he's a really top goalkeeper. And when he's not there, when he's injured, Tottenham really miss him, don't they?
And this year as well, Tottenham are just in banging form. And having that guy, you know, having someone in goal that you believe in, confidence-wise, the defence must feel a little bit more, you know, comfortable knowing that he's in between the sticks.
I put him 4th.
Ooh, you should have gone 2nd.
Maybe I should. Now for Sam Johnson at West Bromwich Albion. And did you know he was a Manchester United youth player?
For real?
Although he never played for Man United first team. He played for the under-23s.
Maybe he should have. Because he's decent. He's a good shot stopper this year. He's made one of the most amount of saves in the league. And I know it's easy to say that because it's West Brom. And you know you're going to face more shots because teams are going to attack you because it's West Brom. But the guy's actually a good goalkeeper.
You're being very kind because last season he was in the Championship and that's probably where he belongs. For me, he's a Championship player, 19th.
That's harsh. I think he deserves more respect. I'd put him 17th.
That's not really respect, is it? 17th?
It is, no, because he's a West Brom goalkeeper. It's so easy to put him 19th or bottom even.
Now for Lucas Fabianski, the Polish international at West Ham.
Yeah.
And what incredible experience he's got of the Premier League. Arsenal, Swansea, and now West Ham, Theo.
And he's been very good at West Ham too.
Yeah,
he's made a penalty save. Ademola Lookman, we all remember that moment. But you know what? Again, he's one of those keepers. If you're a defender for West Ham, you feel very comfortable with him between the sticks. He's a really good goalie, good shot stopper, penalty saver, as we know. What do you think of him?
I think he's still a very good goalkeeper,
Yeah,
but
for sure.
not as good as he used to be. But he's, what, 35 years old?
But keepers can go till 40, and I think he's going to continue to be a Premier League standing keeper.
I know, and Peter Shilton, I think, played for Bolton age 45, believe it or not.
And we've got Matt Gilks right now.
Yeah.
Well, I'll put it on the screen, but he's smashing it for Bolton.
But Fabianski, 14th place.
What?
You think that's a bit harsh?
Fourth, you said. Fourth.
Go on, Theo.
What did you say?
14th.
14th.
Yeah.
14th.
Yeah.
You put him 14th out of 20.
I'll say it in
One of
Russian.
the best goalkeepers in the Premier League.
And where have you put him?
Dad, do you have something against Polish people or something? That's a disgrace. I've got him in 6th place.
Ooh.
Where he belongs.
If you'd put him 10th or 11th, I might have been like, fair enough.
No, stop with the
He's
waffle,
not
Dad.
sick.
He deserves to be top 6.
Oh.
West Ham fans agree. Premier League ultras agree. And that's people that just know a lot about the league.
Even the West Ham fans are laughing at you right now.
No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not.
Have you got mug tattooed on your forehead, son?
No, you do. And that bloody massive forehead. You get a lot of mugs on there.
Oh, Theo, that's very hard. Finally, the man who's played 90 times for his country, Portugal.
It's insane.
It's Rui Patricio at Wolverhampton Wanderers. What do you reckon to this guy?
This guy represents Portugal for the national team, and he represents Portugal for the club team as well. That is Wolves. That is Wolves. And he's a decent keeper, you know?
I see what you did there, Theo.
Of course.
Now, I agree, he's a decent keeper, but I look closer at the stats, and last season's save percentage, 20th
20.
out of 25 keepers.
But that's because Wolves, defensively as a unit, are brilliant.
Yeah.
And the guy will simply not face as many shots.
Yeah.
Wolves don't concede much. We know that.
That's a very good point. Now, I think he's a good keeper in a very good team. I don't think he's a great...
Dad, he plays with Ronaldo for his nation. I've got him in 11th.
Yes.
Mid-table, comfortable. What about you?
Well, that's a shame because we can't have a big row. 12th.
You were starting to say negative stuff about it. I thought it'd be further down.
Yeah, no.
Anyway,
12th place.
Tell us in the comments who would be in your top 5 and who would get in your bottom 3. Tell us down there. Let's cause some arguments, some discussions. Don't be afraid to leave your opinion up in the comments, okay? It doesn't matter if it's different to you or me. What's the like target again?
The like target is 7,000.
We'd smash that. We could even get 10k. You guys love these kind of videos, and we could do a new position of this type video if you'd like to see that. Tell us in the comments if you want a new position. Which one do you want? Make sure you subscribe. We're trying to roll up 425k subs. Get notifications on to never miss a Premier League video, and have a great weekend. We've got Premier League predictions out tomorrow. We'll see you all very soon.
See ya.
Bye, guys.